I'll take my bow over your rifle any day. My name's JR, and this is Warframe, built to destroy. Hey, what's up pups, it's JR, and welcome to Season 6 of Built to Destroy. And before you ask, yes, I actually have a secondary for this season.
Quick note for those who missed it, but last season I had to build 2 primaries because I forgot to build a secondary for that season. But don't worry, I have one for this season, so you don't need to worry about that. Before we get into this episode, however, I want to take this moment to gauge you all on something. I had the idea to start doing Q&As as a sort of regular thing, like one every month or so. I'm not really sure if I would end up actually doing that or not, but I just want to see what you all think about that idea. Of course though, if I end up holding a Q&A every month, it wouldn't exactly look the best for me to upload a minute-long Q&A announcement video every month, so it'll most likely just be questions over the Discord, so if you haven't already, make sure to go to the link in the description and join the public Discord.
Now, on to the video. I'm sure most of you have heard the age-old expression, the pen is mightier than the sword. While the true meaning is something along the lines of something like diplomacy works better at solving an issue than trying to straight up kill someone, I like to think that it also has a second meaning, sort of like an alternative to the phrase, there's beauty in simplicity.
Basically saying that taking a simpler approach to things is usually better in the long run.
I bring these idioms to attention because they have to do with our weapon this week. In Warframe, you have some seriously crazy, up-in-your-face weapons. Look at things like Opticore, a gigantic laser cannon that can decimate anything you point it at, Talons, throwable mines that clamp onto surfaces and enemies that you can detonate to blow anyone nearby to smithereens, and Sylva and Aegis, a sword and shield literally made of fire.
Or a mace and shield that are slightly on fire, but we don't talk about that here.
Yeah, sure, you could take the BFG from Doom and go blow the Terrorist directly off of his feet.
Ignore the fact that lasers are light and therefore have a very negligible amount of mass and therefore not be able to push anything over, but we're speaking metaphor here.
But sometimes you might just want to take a step back and enjoy some things from a simpler time. Instead of a laser cannon, I prefer something like a bow. Something like Rakta Cernos. Rakta Cernos is the Syndicate variant of the Tenno shortbow Cernos, featuring 250 base damage, a 15% status chance, and a 35% crit chance with a 2.0 times crit damage. In addition, it also features the highest base fire rate of any bow with a charge rate of 0.25 and a reload speed of 0.6.
This makes it so it has less overall crit capability than the other short bows, but it can fire arrows much faster than any of the other competitors. It might also have the fastest projectile speed of any bow other than Daiku, but the Warframe wiki didn't, have the projectile speed for Daiku, so I have no fucking clue, but we'll just say that Rakta Cernos' projectile speed is faster because I'm trying to hype it up for the video.
Seeing as how Rakta Cernos is a Syndicate weapon, it also has the bonus effect of Blight. When you earn a certain amount of affinity when holding Rakta Cernos, it will cause a viral damage explosion that deals 1000 viral damage to any enemy within a 25-meter radius of you, also inflicting a guaranteed viral proc. In addition to this, it also regenerates 25% of your Warframe's base energy and increases your base movement speed by 10%.
Anyway, for those of you who don't know, my first weapon setup in Warframe that didn't consist of any of the default gear was Cernos, Fang, and Kunai. So, as you can imagine, when Rakta Cernos was announced, I immediately set my sights on getting it. And when Cernos Prime was released, I was overjoyed. Then I built it.
I know, let's take the most annoying part of Artemis Bow and make it Cernos Prime's entire deal with nothing you can do about it. Yeah, DE. Great idea.
Either way, completely ignoring the fact that Cernos Prime exists, Rakta Cernos is a very good alternative. It may not have as much crit chance as the other short bows, but its mass viral proc and super high fire rate certainly make it a worthy competitor.
I've had Rakta Cernos for a long time, but I've only recently gotten around to building it with a ribbon. Purely because I was so pissed off that that was a thing that I didn't want to touch any Cernos variant for quite a while.
But given some time, I started to miss my old bow and decided to get a ribbon for it and give it another shot. This ribbon is Cernos Critican, adding 126.9% more crit chance and 71.3% more multi-shot. We'll just pretend like DE didn't give Cernos a 2-star disposition and move on with our lives. I'm still trying to get a better ribbon for my Cernos, so as we hop over to my build, keep in mind that it is completely subject to a change in DPS.
I have Serration, Cernos Critican, Cryo Rounds, Split Chamber, Infected Clip, and Stormbringer, increasing my overall damage and adding viral and electricity damage to the mix. And Cernos Critican, Point Strike, and Vital Sense, increasing my crit capability. With this build, and my Riven specifically, Rakta Cernos gets up to 35,131 average overall damage and 140,526 average bow DPS.
So, let's see what Rakta Cernos can do. That's going to wrap up this episode of Built to Destroy. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already. Also, if you want to support me and the channel, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. My name's JR, and I'll see you guys in the next one.